Okay, this is Joe. We're out here at the March Against Monsanto protest here in Fort Myers. Joe, you've got an interesting sign here. Monsanto kills dolphins. Now everyone else has signs talking about GMOs, talking about Roundup. What does this mean, really, and how do you know this?
Monsanto is closely tied with the chemical dispersant they dropped on the BP oil spill. I know that because I was there. I'm a commercial diver. And they came through with C-130s and they dropped it on us, right on top of us, actually. And within weeks, all the sea life had died. When we used to go diving, we would drop in and have 200 foot of visibility, and the oil rigs would be completely full of fish. And weeks after they dropped the dispersant, it was over. Everything turned gray, and all the fish had died off. They also put chemicals in the dispersant so that the dead sea life wouldn't float to the top of the ocean, and people would be able to see what they did. But
now, did you dive down and see the dead animals then?
yeah, I walked on bottom. I mean, you would have to literally step over dead dolphins to go to work.
So you actually worked on the rig. You're one of the few people that worked on the rig.
Yes, sir.
Now, wasn't it blown up or something, though, at that time?
Well, not actually Deep Sea Horizon. I worked on other rigs, not the actual Deep Sea Horizon rig.
I see.
But we were out there. And,
so there's several rigs.
When you're out on the Gulf, you could actually throw a rock and hit another rig.
Oh, okay.
It's like Waterworld out there. From rig to rig, it's pretty. They're pretty close to each other. And the whole 100 miles off the Louisiana coast is completely full of oil rigs. Florida's done a lot in their eco protection to stop that from happening here. That's why we don't have oil rigs off our coast. But in Louisiana, you can see it from, there's not really a beach in Louisiana, but if you were on the beach, you'd be able to see oil rigs from the beach.
Okay.
In the field. I mean, oil's not good, but at least we used to, it was a win-win. We would provide an artificial reef for the sea life, and we would get oil out of it. And now we killed it all. I mean, at least the oil comes from the earth. I mean, it's not good by any means, but the dispersant was way worse than what the oil would have done.
Now, in your opinion, why do you think they put that out?
To drop the oil to the bottom of the ocean so that you couldn't see it come up on land here in Florida.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Right. But as we're finding out now, it's starting to come back. So now the tar balls are starting to come back, and now instead of just being a tar ball full of oil, you have a tar ball full of this dispersant that they put on it.
And you said that the Corexit is coming over to here, to the Fort Myers area?
Well, it's all over, man. It's all over the Gulf. They've had reports of like oil balls here. They really hit up north is where they really got it bad. And then the marsh, the Louisiana marsh is like the filter. It filters out, everything for the plants and everything. It's a big filter. And when they pump that full of oil and dispersant, then it killed all the plant life and everything else out there. It's real bad. It causes red tide too. We've had a lot of bigger expansion of red tide since this has happened, because the red tide feeds off of fertilizer, and it's basically what's in it.
Now, how big of an area do you think that they covered with the Corexit?
Well, I'd say probably 500 square miles.
And they dumped it on you?
Yeah, they came over top of us, dumped it on us.
And it happened how many times?
I see 3 planes.
Did it look like anything? Smell like anything?
Well, I wasn't in Vietnam, but I would say as close to Agent Orange as you could get.
I see. And the stuff, is it made by Monsanto or another company?
They have close ties with another company, but their CEOs are real tied together. Shared investors.
I
It's
see.
all the same.
Well, that stuff kills people. Your life is shortened now.
That might be the fallout out, man.
I mean,
my gums have receded almost 1/4 of an inch since they dropped it on us.
So you have to be ready to meet Jesus, because, you're a dead man.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, dude. Pretty bad.
The Bible says, "For by grace are you saved through faith, that not of yourselves. It's a gift of God, not of works, lest any man should boast." You better pray to Him to just forgive you, and your life will continue in heaven.
That's right, brother.
So I was assuming that
You can take your hand, and the algae will react to anything you touch. So you can literally write your name on something, and it'll glow your name. Or anything you touch, or anytime you move the water, the algae will react with the algae. So it's crazy.
So it was really amazing going deep sea diving, seeing the creation of God, and now it's basically all death. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's great.
Great.